Hello everyone, and welcome back to my chatty, sassy channel here on YouTube, where I talk about all things luxury, be it luxury fashion, luxury travel, or life's luxuries in general. And today I'm going to be talking about a big fall luxury trend, which is suede handbags. Now, I have been very obsessed with suede handbags this fall. I definitely think that there will probably be one that comes into my collection. And in today's video, I've tried to pick more affordable options. There are a few splurgers in there as well, but I've tried to pick some more affordable options because not all of us want to spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on a suede handbag, because most of us live in areas that in the fall and in the winter it can be very wet. And so spending that much money on a handbag feels a bit more risky when it's suede. And so for that reason, I've tried to stick with more affordable ideas, but I think that these are a lot of very interesting bags. It's a lot of different styles of suede bags. Unfortunately, not that much variety in color. But with that, let's get into these bags because I'm so excited to share this list with you guys today. So the first bag that I want to talk about is more of a hobo style, which is a big style that you see in suede bags, and it is the Romy Hobo bag by Tory Burch for $495. Now, to me, this reminds me a lot of a version that Louis Vuitton is doing, where Louis Vuitton launched their like really oversized hobo bag, I think it was like last year, and they're doing it in a suede this year. It's a bag that is just very, very expensive, whereas the Tory Burch option is a lot more affordable. It comes in a caramel color, so like this. It comes in a chocolate suede, but it also comes in more of an olive suede. And so that's a little bit of a lighter brown. I really like that because I think it's something that can go much more transitional in early fall, but also doesn't feel as heavy as some of those darker suedes can, just look-wise and appearance-wise. It also does have a bit of an adjustable strap to it. It's not overly adjustable, but it does have a few different points that you can do with the bag. And so that makes it so that you can get, so that it's fitting correctly to you, as we all have different heights and as we wear different types of clothing and have different body shapes. This allows the bag to fit you a bit more, which I think is a really neat feature. Now, the next bag is one that is on my personal wish list that I am really, really thinking about. And it is the Siena Hobo bag for $640, including taxes and tariffs if you are in the US, by DeMellier. Now, this bag, when it launched, they launched it and I was like, you know, this is a really great bag. I really like this. Oh, I just wish it came out in a chocolate suede. And then for fall, they launched it in a chocolate suede, and it is just so gorgeous. Also, it has a zipper, so this is going to be a more secure hobo style bag compared to the open version that's a bit more bucket bag style of the Tory Burch Romy. Now, there is an outside pocket on this bag. I think that that could be convenient for maybe slipping your phone in. I'm not quite sure that I'd really use that outside pocket, but it is just a really beautiful bag, and again, very unique in that it has a zipper. I wish that more bags were made with zippers, but I think this is a very gorgeous bag. DeMellier produces good quality bags, and their leather is really good quality, so if this hadn't come out in a chocolate suede, I probably would have got this in a leather version because that's how much I like the bag. But the chocolate suede is just so gorgeous in it. Now, if the hobo is just too big for you in that bag, but you do sort of like some of the details and some of the features as far as the lock and the security, they do the Siena in what they call a saddle bag. And it is sort of like, I can see where they're getting the name from. It's sort of a saddlebag type of shape for $535. And this one you can wear crossbody. It has a top handle, so you could just carry it top handle if you wanted. So it has a little bit more versatility in terms of how you can wear and style this bag. Again, I think it's another really great option. And it looks like it has really great capacity as well as just being a really beautiful bag. The one thing that I will say about this bag that I can't see just from having the DeMellier Mini Venice is, depending on how this is designed to have the flap closure, that could potentially be a little bit finicky. So that's the only reason that I'm a bit hesitant on this bag for myself, is that I just can't see what that closure mechanism looks like. But overall, beautiful bag and a really great crossbody option, particularly because the back panel of the bag is done in leather, so you're not going to have to worry about the suede getting rubbed or looking rough as it goes against your clothing. Now, moving on to some smaller shoulder bag options, and the first one that I want to talk about is from Coach, and it is the Empire Carryall 34 bag, priced at $450. This bag, it reminds me a lot of the Elia Latecal bag, which is in the thousands, but this bag, I don't know what it is about it, but it's just really drawing me in. I think that the suede is a very rich caramel suede color in it, and they have other beautiful leather options as well, but the suede is the one that really has my attention. And it's been a while since I've been kind of thinking about maybe getting a Coach bag, and this is one that I could potentially see myself getting because it's just very interesting to me, and it has a very different profile for a suede bag and for a bag that you would typically think of for fall. But I think that with the long drop shoulders, it's going to be super practical over sweaters, over coats, and I think that it's at a very good price point where you can feel very comfortable carrying this bag. It also has a zipper for security, which again, more bags just need to have zippers for security. I want my stuff to be secure, not because I'm necessarily concerned about other people reaching in. I want to be able to just throw my bag in the car and not have to worry about stuff falling out of it, is the real reason, if I'm being completely honest. And this bag lets me do that because it has a zipper that goes all the way across it. Now, another bag that I think is really, really cool, again, also has a zipper, is the Omni zipped shoulder bag from one of my favorite brands, which is Strathberry. They have done this collab with Sep, and there are a lot of different materials in it. There's some velvets in it, but they've done this suede, and it is this fringed suede bag that I think is amazing. And I got some pictures sent from the showroom. The tan color in the suede is much more muted, as is the brown. It's not as deep of a suede color as you see from a lot of other bags. The black in this, which actually to me would have been in my head probably my least favorite of the suede colors, the black is actually a really beautiful rich suede. And my issue with black suede, a lot of times it can go green underneath, but this one I didn't see it doing that. It was just a really gorgeous black suede. And so if I were to get this bag, I think I might actually go with it in the black suede. And it's the only black suede bag that I have on this list that I think is worth in the black suede. It's just gorgeous. It's also different. It's fun with the fringe. There's a lot of Western influence in fall fashion this fall. And I'll tell you what, this bag is really good. And again, it's got a zipper, so it's nice and secure. Like, it's also priced really well. It's priced at $555. So again, a really good price point, and I love Strathberry quality. Every single piece I've ever had from them has been exceptional quality. And so this is a piece that, since it's also part of a limited edition collab, it's not going to be around every single season. It's not going to be around for forever. And so I think that this is one that would be a much more unique Strathberry piece to potentially invest in. Now, a bag that is from a true luxury house, and one of my favorite luxury houses, YSL, is the Lay 5 A7 Supple Baby. Now, this is a smaller version. They do have other sizes in this bag. This one is the most price friendly. Still very expensive at $1,900, and there's not a lot of color options in this bag, but I do think that's just so cute. And I've seen this from several different sales associates that I follow on Instagram who work at like Saks and Bloomingdale's and Bergdorf Goodman, and it's such a cute bag every time I see it. It also does come with a little card holder on the inside, so you're sort of getting a little bit of a two-in-one, which makes the price a little bit easier to swallow for such a small bag. But honestly, the bag is just so cute. And Taylor Swift wore the like medium size in this bag last year in a sort of darker caramel color, I think, if I'm correct on this. in the suede. And again, just a really gorgeous bag. Also, YSL suede is super, super beautiful, and it just feels so incredibly luxurious that if you are wanting to go with that luxury logo, I think that for a higher tier luxury brand, this is a really great option to pick and choose. Now, if you are looking for something that has a little bit more of an interesting suede texture to it, could also be a smaller bag, a bit more of a clutch, but has an option to go crossbody, Jacquemus has a really good one. And that's not a brand that I really talk that much about, and I know it's not a brand that's as popular as it used to be. But they have the Tan La Crosse, the large Bambino bag. And basically what this bag is it's a very cute little clutch. It has a crossbody strap, but it's done in a suede finish that has like a mock croc pattern to it. And I just think that it's so interesting. It's such an interesting suede bag because it's not that normal thing that you see. And I like pieces that are a little bit different. I think that this would be one that would be very eye-catching. Again, it just comes in a lighter tan suede, so you don't have a lot of variety color-wise, but it's also at a good price point. It's priced at $668 because it's on sale. Like, it's a bag that is meant for fall that is already on sale. So I think that if you are looking for a smaller profile suede piece, this could be something that was really fun, unique, and different. Granted, it's not going to hold a huge amount, but it's more of a clutch style anyway, and I do like the versatility with the crossbody strap. If you are looking for something that has the most variety color-wise in suede, you need to go to Savette and look at the Symmetry Pochette. Now, this is priced at $13.90, so again, it's going to be one of the more expensive bags on this list, but it is a beautiful bag. The hardware on it is really pretty. You've got pinks and oranges and blues, and of course like some of the neutral colors as well in suedes, but this definitely gives you the most color options to pick a color that's really going to suit your style. And I think this bag is a great bag. It is a beautiful bag. I don't have one for myself yet, but I could definitely see myself getting a version of this bag at some point. And it is a bag that is growing in popularity. A lot of people are talking about Savette as a brand. And so I think that this is a modern popular piece that will at least last for a couple more seasons. And so trend wise, I don't think that you have to worry about the trend necessarily going away with this bag. It is going to be on the smaller capacity side, so keep that in mind. But it's just such a cute top handle moment. I think particularly in the orange. I love the orange in this because it gives you a bit more of a pop, but still staying in that fall color range because it's such an intense, rich orange. That could be a really great, different option to go with just to infuse a bit of color. If you're someone like me and wears a lot of, you know, more natural suedes or black leather, having that bright orange suede could be a really fun way to just add a bit of a pop to your collection and to your outfit for the day. Now, another bag that I wanted to put on this list that I really wasn't sure what category to put it in, so I'm going to say probably a little bit more of a larger capacity everyday bag that can maybe function for work. And that is a bag that I actually saw in Paris, and I kind of wish I'd gotten in Paris because it felt so amazing and luxurious, and that is from Tanneur. It is their Romy large handbag in grained nubuck leather. And basically this bag, it has a crossbody strap, it has top handles, it's got a little bit of a slouch to it, but that nubuck leather, I guess it's not quite like suedey the way that like my jacket is, but it just felt so incredibly soft and supple and luxurious, and I just wanted to pet that bag all day because that bag just felt so good. It also has a ton of room for capacity, and it's pretty fairly priced. It's priced at $620. It does have a middle zipper compartment as well as two other compartments on the outside of that, so you can definitely secure things like your keys, your wallet, anything that you want a bit more protected. You do have the organization in the bag to do that, which I like. It was just a really well thought out piece. And so this is another one that I could potentially see coming into my collection, but specifically in this nubuck leather, because that leather felt out of this world amazing. And also has a really beautiful contrasting royal blue lining on the inside, and to me that also added something to the bag, is that you have this beautiful neutral suede color, but then this sort of pop of color, but it's a deeper color inside the bag, and I just really liked everything that they had thought through with this piece. Now, I do want to bring your attention to another item, and that is, don't be afraid to look pre-loved, because there's a style of bag that I do want to mention that I think is so good in the suede, but we can't get anymore, and it's the older style of the LouLou bag. And they did it in a suede. They had it in a like caramely color suede, and they had it in a green color suede, and they don't make this style anymore. You can sometimes find them at the outlets, you can find them on Fashion File, you can find them on resellers. I know that Steph from Handbagaholic was selling hers in I think the medium size, but there were just so many beautiful suedes in this bag. I think that this is a way that you can get a luxury level bag at a really good price. A lot of times I see them going for between $1,000 and $1,300 on the pre-loved market. And so you definitely have an option to find a really well priced luxury bag that is just so beautiful, and also not something that just everyone can go to the store and get. You guys also know that I'm a big YSL lover, and so this is another bag that I'm considering adding to my collection for myself, because I think that I would get a lot of use out of it, particularly in the suede. I'm not as big of a fan of the older style in the LouLou in the leather, but in the suede I think that is absolutely gorgeous. And then one more option that you can find pre-loved that is going to be a splurge even pre-loved, and that is the Bottega Teen Jodie in the suede finish. I'm not that big of a fan of the Jodie bag in general, although I think it's beautiful and I think that the leather craftsmanship is wonderful. The standard leather that it comes in generally has a stiffer shape. In the Teen Jodie in the suede, because it is a softer leather, has more slouch to it, and I like that slouch. I think that that slouch makes it be a very attractive option. I've seen there's a dusty gray blue that came out this season that I am obsessed with, that I've seen, that I think is just absolutely stunningly gorgeous, and is also different because it's more of a gray type of suede. I've seen some tan suede versions in it. I have seen like a sort of like turquoisey blue color suede in it. It's going to be a more expensive bag. If you get it new, I'm not even sure what the new price is on the Teen Jodie in the suede. I've seen prices on the resale go anywhere between $1,500, that was a very worn version of the bag, up to, I think I've seen it up to like maybe $3,500, like wide price range, but such a gorgeous bag, because the slouch that bag creates, along with the detail and the intrecciato weave, I think makes this bag potentially worth investing in if you can find the right condition, the right color, and the right price for you. This is a bag that will hold the test of time, and again, it's got a zipper, so it's nice and secure. And that is my list of the suede bags that I think that you should be looking into for fall. And keep an eye on this space, because you never know when a suede bag is going to be unboxed next. So with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, everybody. Let me know in the comments what your favorite one was, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!